Politicking, Jira, Larry Love, 239 Uncensored Studios, brought to you by My Florida Green, Jimmy P's Burgers, more. New locations opening up, I think, in about 2 weeks. Patrick Dearborn, Alda's Diner, Larry, get off your phone, Becker Custom Builders, Lauren Maxwell Team, and Ocean Glass Skin, one of my favorite products right now. And in studio today, got the big dog coming. He joined us on the live show at the Alley. We had to get him in studio as well. Larry, get off your phone. Go ahead and introduce our guest.
Why you gonna keep telling me to get off my phone, man? This is what we doing. We're gonna start it off.
I asked like for an hour of your time.
You already had an hour of my time.
Go ahead.
But anyway, listen. To all the listeners out there, I'm about to bring you one of American heroes, one of Southwest Florida heroes, my friend, my colleague, anybody I could call at any time of the day, 3 o'clock in the morning. So if we need to go bury the body and what have you, I'm calling him ASAP. Listen, this guy, he put it all on the line for our great country. He served the Marine Corps. You know, you look at this guy, he's big, he's swole, he's sexy, he's all that. This is my homeboy, Drew. What's up, Drew? Talk to us, baby. Talk your noise.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah,
the
live show the other day was pretty fun.
It was fun. There was a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. It was a test run, but from that, a couple people already reached out, want to host it. Actually, Chris, actually, they had their partner meeting, so they want us to come back, but Larry said they got to drop that bag if we're going to come back. So
it gave me like a little halfsy.
Yeah.
You know, it gave me like a little halfsy, so I had to come back and like get the full thing.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You know.
So talk to Drew. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you were born in Virginia, right?
I was born in Virginia, Portsmouth, Virginia. My mom and my father, they were both in the Navy.
Grew up in Naples.
Before I can even remember, I was in Naples.
Mm-hmm. So what year would that basically Naples since?
I was probably down here in '87.
Wow,
in '86.
Okay.
Man, listen, man. So listen. I know Virginia is the lover state.
Yeah,
you like to fight too much to be from Virginia, man. You are Florida, so you're. I ain't gonna say Floridian.
I'm a damn.
You're a cracker.
I'm a cracker.
That's what I want. Yeah, my main man.
Yeah, I'm a cracker. You know, before I was even walking, I was down in Southwest
Florida.
Florida.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
I knew that attitude wasn't like. That's not no Virginia attitude.
No.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Okay, we keep rolling. Keep rolling, baby.
So moved down here, been here my whole life. Went to elementary school, middle school.
What elementary school did you go to?
I went to Golden Terrace and Golden Gate Elementary.
Okay.
And then I went to Oak Ridge Middle School.
Okay.
And then I got kicked out of Oak Ridge Middle School. And I went to New Beginnings. Shout out New Beginnings.
New Beginnings. We all know what New Beginnings.
And then, finished my time in New Beginnings. I went to Gulf Coast High School, Sharkland, man. Played football.
They couldn't beat Immokalee.
They have a football game.
We did beat Immokalee my junior year.
I know that.
Shout out Javaris James. It's just
the year they won the title.
Yes. Yeah, the year they won it, we beat them.
That's the only
the only team to beat them. But man, I tell you, there's no football like South Florida football.
No,
at the high school level.
No, absolutely not. And 239 is one of the most underrated, football areas out there. I mean, when you think about the players that have come out of here, it's pretty impressive. And everyone talks about like Miami and Fort Lauderdale, which is on a whole nother scale. But when you think Naples, Fort Myers, Immokalee, I mean, from Edgerrin James to
Deion Sanders,
Javon Curse, Philip Buchanan,
Sammy Watkins,
Jamie German, even though he
Trey Boston,
Carlos Hyde, Spencer
Brian
Atkins,
Rowe,
Brian Rowe.
It's just so many. You could really
J.C. Jackson,
Dearness, Sanab, Mackenzie Alexander,
Anthony Herrera,
Anthony Henry.
Yeah,
Anthony Henry.
I mean, it's just
the list just goes.
Greg Spires. I mean, you could just keep going on and on.
Yeah,
so
the list goes.
What position you play? DN?
I play DN.
Yeah, natural.
Yeah,
naturally.
Yeah, I play DN.
Bull rusher.
I would say a mix.
Yeah,
I was a mix.
Talking to that mic, Drew.
I was a mix. I was, I played well. I played out in the space well. Had a knack for the game. That's what the coaches always told me.
Who's a DN that you kind of pattern your game after?
Coming up, I'd probably say like
Because
like
this is what 90.
Well, I graduated in 2004.
Okay.
Shit, that's a good question.
So
Probably say like Reggie White.
Reggie, the minister of defense.
Yeah, like Reggie White.
greatest all around defensive end, all around in my opinion. Lawrence Taylor most impact, but Lawrence Taylor was an outside linebacker.
He's an OLB.
3-4, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a 3-4 guy. You know what we would call like the hybrid these days.
He invented that.
Yeah, I would say Lawrence Taylor definitely invented the hybrid.
Bruce Smith's got to be up there too, all time D ends.
I mean, I say number one. Shout out JJ Watt. That guy's a tank.
That's the new guys now, man. Like this new era of football, it's just different to me.
Yeah,
it's so different.
Well, it's just
like,
any sport, man. We've as a country, man, we just gotten soft. Can't hit nobody.
Yeah, you can't hit, man.
Basketball. I mean, I don't think we can compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan.
No, you can't. You can't even play that era because if you breathe,
I don't think you. I don't think you could even compare LeBron to Kobe if you really want to take that.
Kobe. And you're right. Kobe and Wade probably was the last of that era where
I agree.
Where they can really
grind.
You had to grind.
Get beat up.
Get beat up.
Come to the hole.
Yeah,
beat your ass up.
Can you imagine LeBron playing against the bad boy Pistons?
Man, we already
they wash him up.
Hey, can I say
No, he would have quit.
Can I say it?
You say whatever you want.
We already know LeBron slept with Diddy. That's why he plays that fucking. That's why he plays.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's not playing old school basketball. I don't care. 6'8", 6'9", 270 pounds. No. I think LeBron James is the best athlete on the planet.
Sure. That is true.
The best athlete on the planet, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't have the grit, the grind, to do what Mike did.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. He's the greatest athlete, period. But having that it factor, that clutch, that demand, get out my way. No, he don't have it.
I mean, remember in the All-Star game, last shot, and he deferred to Carmelo to take it. And Kobe got on him, too. He's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, because he didn't want to be that man.
Yeah.
He didn't want to take that chance.
And the fact that Kobe even run up on him like that, too.
Dude, that's how you become the man.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what Jordan, I remember Jordan said that. I done took 1,000 shots and missed.
Mm-hmm.
But I done made several.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's like,
go to Kobe.
Kobe,
ice in my veins, Black Mamba. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care. I'm taking that shot.
Stop me.
Yeah, stop me.
Stop
like
me.
everybody knew when Kobe's feet were on the court, he's going to take this shot. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, stop me mentality.
Yeah.
Mamba, let's go. It is
Either
what
you
it
got it or you don't.
I don't know if there'll be another Kobe and MJ with the way things.
I like this young kid. He is a arrogant, cocky, like nobody. He tell everybody, "You stop me, beat me." What's the kid out of Minnesota?
John Morant.
No.
I don't like him. He's an idiot.
The kid from Georgia.
Yeah,
Edwards.
Oh,
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, him.
He was just on the Olympic team. Dude, he showed out.
Yeah,
he's that dude.
Yeah, he that dude
for sure.
He tell anybody stop me.
He's gonna bring a championship to Minnesota.
Yeah. I love his attitude.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's a monster.
All right, so high school football, then military.
Yeah, straight off.
Talk about your military.
I graduated. 6 days later, I left off to the United States Marine Corps, and then spent my 18th birthday in boot camp. I spent 19, 20, and 21 in combat. Finally had my first birthday home at 22. And then 3 more times I was back overseas. Mm-hmm. And then, things got real political. And I just knew, man, I wasn't going to make it under this soft administration. Like when I went in, hazing was against the rules.
Yeah.
But hazing was a part of the program. It's like we are the few, the proud. We are the smallest. And it's just a lot of things started to change.
When did that go into banning no hazing?
Oh man, under America's worst president, Barack Obama. Mm-hmm. And it just, no hazing was like, it's been a thing the whole time. But then when Barack Obama got in there, man, he started we used to roll our sleeves on our blouses, right? And that's how you knew you had like a locked on, squared away, hard charging devil dog coming in. Was like if that sleeve was 4 fingers wide, tighter than a frog's ass, veins poking out, and then we couldn't roll our sleeves anymore. And then all it was like then we couldn't get tattoos. And then we couldn't get tattoos bigger than the palm of our hand.
Really?
And it just became
I
like,
didn't know that.
yeah. And then the gays, you know, you were allowed to be openly gay in the military, and that's a big one for me. Like I don't have a problem with gays. I don't like transgenders. But as far as gays, like my thing is like love who you love. Love is love. But when you start changing, you know, cutting off your bing dong and fucking, you know, going and, you know, being a man going to women's bathrooms, that's where I have a problem. But you know, love is love. But the thing is like in the military, they put men shower with men.
Yeah.
You're gay. You're still a man.
Man. Yeah.
But I don't want you peeking at me. Like I want my privacy when I'm taking a shower. Overseas, we got like real close quarters.
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you, but if someone that's homosexual and they want to serve this country and fight for this country, why shouldn't they have that right to be in the? Now, I know there's a difference between being openly or promoted, but why hide who you are?
No, I'm not saying hide who you are, but like if we're gonna allow it to be openly possible, then we should be making you know, we have to make an exception because like, man, I'm straight as it can be.
Yeah.
Why can't I shower with a woman? I mean, if we all get to look at what we like,
yeah. Well, maybe they don't like you.
No.
How do you know? I know you're a good-looking dude, Drew, but not everybody.
But that's just my thing. It's like, you know.
I would, you know, man. Like,
But it's like I believe, you know, for years, you know, the Marine Corps was born 10 November 1775 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in a bar. Marine Corps was built in a bar in Tuntavern, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it's like we had these rules, these allocations, like the every branch of service was like don't ask, don't tell.
But here's the thing. Blacks weren't allowed in the military at one point too, correct?
At one point.
So you got to evolve with everything. So, you know, why would gay people not be allowed?
Well, I mean,
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I think
here.
it's more so like you said, like
Things
people
about,
didn't really care until honestly it started being
you be flamboyant and you promote.
Yeah,
I get it. I'm just, you know, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, and I like it. I like the devil's advocate. I like the, you know, outside look of it. But it's you know, same thing as putting females into the infantry battalions. I think that's crazy.
I might get flack for this, but female Secret Service agents. I mean,
terrible.
I mean, when you have someone 5'4" trying to protect someone who's 6'5", and
I don't know. I mean, I know Larry. I don't know, Pat. Have you ever seen Donald Trump?
Yeah, he's a.
You stood next to
big
him,
man. I haven't stood next to him like Larry, but I'm up close. Yeah.
President Donald Trump's a unit.
He's a big man.
He's a unit.
Yeah.
And man, I was surprised when I saw him for my first time, and I shook his hand, and I was like, "Whoa!" You know, how do you, as Secret Service, first off, we're probably talking about the same exact individual who couldn't even reholster her weapon.
I know. Well, there was multiple.
Oh,
I mean,
there's so many flaws.
First, when that happened, one of the first things that stood out to me was, man, I've never seen that many female Secret Service agents.
DEI, man.
Even when you took me though to Doral to see Trump speak a week before, I didn't see. You saw one, maybe two, but there was just a
DEI.
A woman can't beat a man.
No,
I don't care how much training. And you know,
no.
One thing, like, you know, I appreciate your service, Drew. I always said, like, it's certain people that I would never try to fight. You know, I fight a lot of people in the military, but I would never try to fight a Marine because that's the first thing they teach y'all, hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
And, you know, I always said that their hands should be, you know, against the law. But it don't matter what you can teach a woman. I just can't really see her just really overpowering and just being an aggressive man.
No.
I just can't see it. Well, so to put her into some positions to be as a protective bearer, I'm not a sexist, but I think the counterpart man will feel more likely to try to do it because he'll feel like he can overpower her to get to wherever he need to get to. Unlike he said, 6'3", 6'4" man standing there looking like he ready for that business.
Well, ever since, you know, this election kicked off and everything was going on and, you know, Butler, Pennsylvania, and, you know, Trump, by the grace of God, God turned his head. We all know that happened. Man, I feel like if you go to other countries and you see these prime ministers, you see these other, you know, there are guys that are walking around with them. They look like straight gangsters.
You ever see people around Putin? I mean,
that's what I'm saying is like, you know, if I could change one thing right now with President Trump, I would say get rid of the dudes in the suits. get rid of them. Like that. I want the image. I want the people protecting you. I want you looking. I want you to basically like our SWAT team looks.
Yeah.
I want you with an AR across your chest. I want a sidearm, like your pistol strapped to your leg. I want you in a flight suit because you know what?
You mean business.
You mean business. And I want my president, I think the greatest president of all time. I think, I love Donald Trump to death, man. I would do anything for that guy.
You met him?
I have.
Yeah.
And, I got actually a pretty freaking great story. I met him cage side at UFC 299. And
I have a feeling I know who you went there with.
Was it 299? No, it was 2 years ago in Miami. And Uncle Dana White is the one that gave me the introduction to President Trump. And Dana White was like, President Trump, I want you to meet a dear friend of mine, 6-time war veteran. And Trump turned around and looked at me and goes, 6 times. And I said, yes, sir. He goes, I love you. And I was already drinking a little bit. And I was like, I fucking love you. and I did. I looked at him. I go, I fucking love you. And I was like, I'll fucking die for you. I said, please do not give up on us. I swear to you, I put my hand on a Bible right now. I get goosebumps every time I tell a story. He goes, I will never give up on you, and I will never give up on America. And I tell you what, I didn't think I could fall in love with a man. But shit.
That's pretty powerful.
Man, you don't love me, dog? I'm your man. You know what I'm saying?
Would you give up your life for Larry Love?
Yeah, because that's a brother of mine. I'm here to die for people that I love.
I didn't call Drew. I have called Drew. Drew done did some things, non-disclosure. But anyway, you just said you swear to God on a stack of Bibles. And we was talking on the podcast this just past few days ago. Let's talk about that, Drew. Because I told you I apologize, and I apologize again on the podcast how sorry I am because I feel like I let you down because I didn't know that you have not already had accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Yeah, I didn't.
And I feel I'm so sorry because I should have been help bring you to our Lord. And I really mean that, my brother.
Well, I appreciate it. But, I mean, everything happens and, it's not Larry Love's time. It's not Drew Stewart's time. It's not Pat's time. It happens in God's time. And it was just a perfect thing. I work in security at a mental health event with John Huffman. And I've known John since we were, little bitties. And he asked me to do security for this mental health event. And I was like, absolutely. So I hit it up. And then just throughout I think it was like 6-7 hours that people were talking and people were walking around and everything that was just vibing at this event. John came up to me at the end and he said, how do you want us to pay you? And I said, man, I don't. And I said, I've learned so much about myself just listening to everything else. And it was like, I feel like something way bigger than me put me in that day and put me there for that reason. And it helped me grow, just like my relationship with my girl. It helped me grow with, my girl's got 3 kids that are my kids. It helped me grow to understand like what image I need to be setting for them. And it was just like, it was just a blessing. So throughout the day, man, I was just sitting there thinking. And finally at the end of the event, I went up to the front and, I gave my life to Jesus Christ.
Amen, brother.
And man, it was the guy that was teaching me the prayer to say to accept God into my heart. The guy, I mean, he knocked it out of the park. I never spoke to this guy before in my life. And he's like, I don't care what you're dealing with. He's like, I'm pretty sure it's combat. And I was like, he goes, and I'm pretty sure it's dealing, you're having relationship problems right now. And then he's like, whatever it is, he's like, right now,
give it to God.
Give it to God. He was like, give it to God. He's like, you're going to feel fresh. He's like, God's got you always. And he's like, he's like, you just got to learn how to talk to him.
That's it. You got to have that relationship.
And I tell you, man, it was just, how did this guy, never spoke to him before. When me walking up to him in 3 minutes, 30 seconds of his hands on me, this guy was picking up shit that I don't know how he got it. So I was pretty mind blown by it.
Man, God used people, bro. God used people. And I often tell people, it's about you having that personal relationship with Christ. Like, people see me like, I'm always talking about Christ because I know what he has done for me. But I got like he's my homeboy. That's what I call him. Like, and like, I just be riding in the car. I could be like he's sitting right there like, God, man, I need you to like get me together. I'm tripping. I'm thinking this, thinking that. So what we're going to do, homeboy? And that's how like I had that relationship.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of fun to me. That's the
Yeah.
way I look at it. Like, and I try to tell people, have that relationship. Talk to him, whether it's just you and him, or you know, you got your kids or your wife or your husband or whatever. Just have that relationship with God, and because none of us perfect, but we are forgiven.
100%.
And that's the problem with a lot of people, man. And I'm always going to church, and I visit a lot of other people's churches, but a lot of these church people, they try to put on this perception as they perfect, as they poop don't stink, as I say, but that's not the case. There's only one perfect being, and that's Christ himself.
Yeah.
And you know, like, we are forgiven. Christians are forgiven. So let's not hold someone else accountable because their sins are different from your sins.
Right.
We all have been sinful.
For sure.
Still will continue to sin.
What were you saying? You have an idea who I was there with?
Who you went to the UFC fight with?
Who is it?
Starts with a G and a P.
G and a P?
Yeah. Two different.
Oh, two different individuals?
Yeah.
Now, this one, I was actually there with just Gary Brecka.
Well, that starts with a G.
And then, but Pat wasn't there at this one.
Oh, okay.
But I've gone.
You've gone to some.
I've gone to some with Pat Dearborn. Pat Dearborn and Gary Brecka are actual like college roommates.
Mm-hmm.
They got like 35 years of friendship, which is incredible in today's world. I admire what they have together. Gary and I, we got a pretty decent history. I think about 7, 8 years now. I was with Gary when he was just here at Streamline. I trained him, his son Cole, and Dylan, and then I also trained Sage, his wife. Shout out to Cole, man. Just got done doing 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 different continents. And I was actually
that's crazy.
I was actually over in Miami on Wednesday, and we're talking about LeBron James. We're talking about grit. And I'm telling you, I have been through some shit myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some shit myself. And I tell you what, it probably takes the cake, man. Watching these marathon runners, these athletes, grind through 7 marathons in 7 days. Cole, you know, is like a little brother to me. He did it with stress fractures in both ankles. He did it with compartmentalized shin splints in both shins. He did it with hamstring issues. A left arch in his foot collapsed. He did his last 2 marathons with food poisoning, unable to eat. All he could do was drink coconut water. And I was so grateful, so blessed to be there on Wednesday to watch him. And I actually ended up running 3.25 laps with him. You know, just holding ice on his back, and just the kids' drive to not stop. We just talked about that grit. That it's like, man, it was so impressive, man. And I tell you, when he came across the finish line, 26.2 miles. Backtrack real quick. We were on the last lap, and I'm about halfway back, and he looks at me. He goes, "Go ahead. I'll see you at the finish line." He wanted to dive in and finish by himself. And I looked at him, I go, "You good?" And he goes, "Yes." He's like, "I love you." I said, "I love you too." And man, when he came across that finish line, there was not a single dry eye in the building. I mean, this shit that I saw on Wednesday, it's like the potential of a body, a human body. Your body can never go where your mind's never been. And I love that saying.
That is true.
I learned that in the Marine Corps. Like, your body can never go where your mind's never been.
And you can start training Blake Becker. Blake, you better get ready, boy.
Yeah. And it's like, there's a lady who ran this marathon, all 7 of them, in full fire gear.
Whoa.
Bro. She's hard.
I can just imagine.
Bro, she
accent off.
Bro, harder than a pair of woodpecker lips. Like, I'm telling you, her team, her fire team showed up, and they did 3 laps with her in full gear, face mask on.
That's some heavy stuff.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. So shout out Cole Brecka, man. I'm so
Drew,
proud of you.
I forgot. I have a
Dana
bone.
White gave him a nice.
I got a
Dana
shout out
White
to
gave him
you.
a yeah.
I got
Uncle
a bone
Dane.
to pick. I got a bone to pick with my bro.
What's up, dog?
He got me excited, right? This one point in time. Like, I was, matter of fact, coming out this same plaza when we hosting that.
Harley.
And I hear this music. I'm turned around. I see this nice bike coming. And I'm like, that looked like Drew, man. But I said, I ain't never seen Drew on a bike. So it got even closer. And I seen Drew bike, his motorcycle. And I was like, Drew, I want that motorcycle. He said, all right, Larry, I'm going to sell you my motorcycle. So I got all happy. I said, well, okay.
When I get
price. Yeah. It's like a candy showing me the lollipop, then he take it away from me, man. Drew did that to me.
Well, you got the money, so why wouldn't he?
Drew said, man, he said he wasn't going to get rid of that bike.
Hey, wait a second. I said everything's got a price tag.
Everything's got a price, yeah.
And actually right now, man, we're live on a podcast.
Oh, we live on the podcast. Let's talk numbers then, baby.
It's simple. It's just got a little wire issue, but it could be all Larry's.
I'll put a picture on it when I do the clip.
Yeah, it could be all Larry's for, for you, I let it go for 8.
We might could do that.
It's got brand new cams, it's got brand new push rods, it's got a brand new tuner, it's got brand new speakers, it's got brand new amp, it's got brand new everything. There's a wire loose in it, and it just doesn't. When you shut the key off, you gotta like trickle charge it for the.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
but if you want it, man, hey, you got my phone number, dog. I got kids now. I got busy ass schedule. I could barely even ride it if I wanted to.
I know.
Can you talk about some of the people you've done security for?
Yeah. I can talk about some of them. Gary Brecka, first and foremost, man, that guy, I have his back. I'll die. That's a dude that I will die for. I mean, if I'm on, let me just preface this.
I know what you mean.
If I'm in a contract, if I'm in a commitment to protect you, I will fucking die for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's my life. That's the life I want to live.
Now, have you gotten an offer from someone you're like, I don't want to do security for this guy?
I mean, I've gotten a couple gigs, like immediate calls to go to a meeting with this guy or go to a meeting with that guy, and it's just like, man, it just sounds a little too sketchy for me.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like I'm not really trying to just die for some dude for one day, but I've done security for Tom Brady. I did it for Rob Gronkowski. 2 amazing people, man. Rob's the funniest dude I think I've probably ever been around. And then Tom Brady, man, that he is not what media shows or social media tells you. Mm-hmm. That guy is so kind. His heart is so big. I did it right. I did his right here at CSN. Okay. They had like this little passing thing, like fundraiser.
Did you eat avocado ice cream with Tom Brady?
Would I?
Did you?
No. I don't really think I would eat avocado ice cream.
I heard that's the big thing that Tom Brady swears by, avocado ice cream.
Well, we were just talking about Gary Brecka. Gary Brecka and Tom Brady are really close, and they're actually working to launch the Ultimate Athlete, and it's basically like Gary Brecka, Tom Brady, in one. Boom.
Oh, wow.
And it's pretty cool stuff, man.
Man, what you think? You're talking about the Ultimate Athlete, like, man, them guys like Tom Brady, like the LeBrons, like
Nick Bosa.
T.O., like
I love Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa. I mean,
man, Nick Bosa, y'all, man.
I'm just saying in terms of
cool dude.
Started the Trump dance thing.
Man, no, he did not. Man, people been doing that dance.
He was the first one to do it on the field.
Well, he did run up to the camera with his hat on, and he got a $15,000 fine.
I mean,
and the following week,
he
hit him with it.
Yeah.
But
Ultimate T.O.'s got to definitely be up there.
I see some of these like older guys, like guys that's older than me, and they look good, man. These guys in their 50s, man, like T.O. and like you say Gary and
Julius Peppers has got to be up there. Ultimate
Rod Gardner. Like, what do you think? What type of regimen he got? The receiver that used to be
from Clemson. I know who Rod Gardner is.
Man, did you see this guy lately?
Honestly, the regiment is just doing kind of like what Gary's pushing. I can't really release all names that are Gary's clients, but some of the best athletes out there are just making sure they're methylized vitamins. They're not afraid to go get a methylation, which honestly is just a cheek swab. They send it in, they do blood work, they get your genetic profile, they tell you what your body can process, what your body can't process, folate, folic acid. We all know that the red dyes, the yellow dyes, all the shit that's in our food that RFK is going to be getting rid of, right? Our Fruit Loops, hopefully by the end of 2025, will look like the Fruit Loops in overseas, one color. Mm-hmm. Our Fruity Pebbles, they're going to be one color.
Or when you read what the ingredients are, if
it's
you go to Europe, there's like 1 or 2 things.
Yeah,
and here it's...
Yeah, like our shit over here, it couldn't even be sold in different countries.
You think RFK is going to get through? I heard it's going to be tough for him to...
I don't think there's any stopping that guy.
Wow. He should be easy to get through.
Okay.
I think
I know. I thought so too. So
the senators, like those senators that like on both sides, he should be good.
Yeah.
You said that about Gates.
Nah,
too,
I never said that.
I didn't say you said that. I said some people said Gates would be good too.
That's that. Honestly, I think Gates would have been one of the greatest AGs. But at the same time, bringing him in, to me, I look at it like it's a slap in the American face when a person had a open investigation. It's like I got an open investigation on a state case, and they make me the head DA.
That's like Diddy being in charge of sex trafficking.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I like Trump's new selection.
Pam Bondi, home run.
Oh,
bro,
check.
home run.
Yeah, Pam B is the G.
But Trump doesn't like strong women around.
Yeah.
Qualified.
Well, he doesn't hang around them.
Oh yeah,
according to
just
fucking Mark
hires
Cuban.
them. Yeah,
that's one dude. That's one dude. If I walked out of this podcast and I saw him walking through the parking lot, I would slap the shit out of him. I wouldn't give a fuck about
who that.
Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban. Dude, don't come to Naples, Florida.
Dude, I would slap the shit out of him.
I couldn't let you do that, Drew.
Whatever fucking security guy he's got there, I slap his ass too. Just for you trying to protect this scum fuck.
That costs a lot of money, Drew. They're gonna cost a lot of money,
dude. I guarantee you, as soon as that shit goes viral and President Donald Trump saw me slap the shit out of this dude, President Trump would pay all my fines, and then give me an open invitation to Mar-a-Lago.
Are you ready for some rapid fire, Drew? All right, John Jones or Rampage Jackson?
John Jones. Greatest of all time, hands down. There's nobody
John Jones
ever
greatest of all time.
Yeah, nobody.
Speaking of that dance, I saw him doing that.
Yeah, he went all out on it. Yeah. He paid homage to Trump.
Nobody will ever beat.
I said this on the show, but remember in 2020, some BLM guys messed up his car. He beat the shit out of like 3 guys.
Yeah, John Jones greatest ever. Nobody will ever.
And then they make him pay. He had to pay money to them people, man.
Yeah,
that's what I don't like about
New
this
Mexico.
law. You mess with people, and then somebody do something to you.
Wrong state.
Well, I just got done paying $7,000.
I'm sorry about that, Drew. Yeah.
Hey, you know, two dudes in a bathroom stall, man, doing blow, and then they start vandalizing. I get security. We go in. The door's open. I point the dude out. The dude pushes me. I punch him in the face. It cost me $7,000.
Yeah, I didn't understand
to be the
that.
good guy,
but not guilty.
Yes, sir. Truth always wins.
St. Pierre or Anderson Silva?
GSP, man.
Yeah. Fedor or Randy Couture?
Gotta go. I'll go with Randy.
Chuck Liddell or Tito Ortiz?
Tito's a gangster.
Motley Crue or Guns N' Roses?
I go Guns N' Roses.
Cobra or Commando?
Probably Cobra.
Cobra's a classic.
Cobra.
I just watched Cobra 2 weeks ago.
Cobra's the
That's
man.
one of those movies that still comes on. You gotta watch. Cheesy as but
it's still.
I mean, what Cobra was 88 and
1986, I think.
No, I think it was the year I was born, 86.
Yeah. Steven Seagal or Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Bloodsport or kickboxer?
Bloodsport.
What?
The Kumite, baby.
Man, no, I was thinking.
You can't beat the Kumite.
I'm thinking about Claude, what he just said, Jean-Claude versus Steven Seagal, man. I was Steven. Especially Hard to Kill. I love Seagal. That's it. Hard to Kill. That's one of my top movies. But
I mean, I love Steven Seagal too.
He always breaking something.
You know,
he's breaking your bones. Yeah. He love to break people's bones.
Yeah, so, that's what movies show.
Yeah.
Don't need it, but I got one for you. Michael Jai White? What's the dude?
Yeah.
That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Michael White versus Van Damme.
Oh, Van Damme. Van Damme's that dude, man.
I'll tell you who knocked out Van Damme at a bar.
Chuck Z.
I told you that story. Chuck Zito. You ever hear that story?
No.
It was called Scores. Remember the strip club in New York?
Yeah.
And Chuck Zito, Van Damme was there with a bunch of girls.
We're talking about like Zito, Italian Mafia.
Yeah.
Zito.
Yeah, Chuck Zito. And Chuck Zito, he was on Howard Stern. He was telling the story. He would actually go there and eat, just get steak. And Van Damme was, size him up. Oh, you're not that tough. And Chuck's like, hey, I'm here to eat. And sure enough, knocked his ass out.
So
Chuck Zito's that guy.
So this is the second time this week that I've been talking with somebody about Zito. And the other guy that I was talking to is actually very close with him, calls him Uncle Zito.
Larry kicked it with him in New York.
Man, allegedly.
You took a picture with him. So it's out there.
Man, the fans watching, man. What you trying to do? You trying to get me pissed?
Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
And Chuck Zito, he trained Mickey Rourke, bodyguard for Sly Stallone.
Yeah,
And yeah, man.
He-
Chuck Z is that dude.
Hey,
He's
Z's the
that
man.
dude.
Z's the dude.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you how I knew Chuck Z was the man. Like, it's something my father had told me. I used to visit my father in prison, right? Because he went in when I was super young. He said, you could tell a man when they really mean business by the way they dress. He said, if you see a man with some old school Python boots on, they are really an old school gangster and they play by the old school rules. And stop, Drew. Drew, I don't have on no Python. Hey, I ain't earned my stripes.
What are those, ostrich?
No, I have some ostrich though. But so when I saw Chuck Z for the first time, I looked at his shoes. He had a nice Italian, nice cut suit, tailor-made. I said, your shoes, they Python, right? Python boots. He said, yeah. And he told me to say, he said, only a special type of man can wear these type of shoes. And I said, man, I got to talk with you. And we kicked it off. We had a good conversation. And, you know, I try to stay in touch with old Mr. Z. And, you know, yeah, I was like, man, I post this picture. I was wondering if somebody was going to come knock on my door. Yeah. And, you know, I received a few phone calls. But, yeah, man, Chuck Z, that guy.
You know what he started? You could do your research. People, I won't.
I am not a drug trafficker.
Well, he was.
I'm just saying, I am not a drug trafficker. You know, that's what people allegedly associate him with. Yeah. Hell's Angels.
Yeah, I think he kind of helped start the New York chapter, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, I think it was Puerto Rico chapter.
Who, Chuck Zito?
I think
that was New York.
He's the one that stood with President Trump.
Yeah,
and
he put Trump
his court case. Yeah, I think he did the Puerto Rico chapter.
Well, we'll check that out. I ain't gonna argue with you. Sicario or Shooter?
Probably say Shooter.
Really, love Sicario.
Sicario 1 or 2?
1. 2's not bad. 2's good. 1 is that was a well done movie.
Might have to go back and rewatch that.
Yeah, Sicario.
Shooter, man. Shooter's the shit.
Shooter's the shit. But
the movie or Shooter the series?
I like the series a lot. I do. And I don't watch TV too much.
Yeah.
If it's not sports, and when I say sports, college football, NFL, I'm usually I'll watch it. I fall asleep.
I feel you.
Dirty Larry's or The Spot?
Oh, neither.
Okay.
Fucking sucks.
Joe Rogan or Tucker Carlson?
Oh, without a doubt, man. My boy Joe Rogan, most popular podcast in the world.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and if there's one endorsements don't really mean much.
Hey, I was just about to say.
But Joe Rogan's endorsement moved the needle.
Oh, it's huge.
It moved
the needle.
And
that's why Trump gave him the love. Pulled him in, gave him a hug, said thank you.
Yeah.
You know, like, hell yeah. Shout out Joe Rogan, man.
Dana White or Hulk Hogan?
Oh, fuck Uncle Dana all day. I mean, I tell you, I've talked with Dana quite a few times now. And that dude, man. You just get an energy when you talk to Dana White that is when he says Donald Trump will outwork me 10 days a week, dude. Trump or Dana's work ethic, that guy don't stop.
You know what I love? He was on a podcast, Theo Vaughn, and Theo Vaughn was saying how Peloton ended up dropping him because of his political. And Dana White during the interview, he asked this guy, "Hey, what bikes do we use at UFC?" And they said Peloton. Get them out. They're gone.
Yeah. Every fucking one of them, put them in a dumpster.
You imagine that contract that they lost? Jeez. Delta Force or Navy SEALs?
Navy SEALs. I got a lot of boys that are Navy SEALs. Kaj Larson, Jeff Gum, Mitch. Those are fucking biggest fucking animals I've ever seen in my life.
Patton or Full Metal Jacket?
Probably Patton.
This is a tough one here. Benghazi or Black Hawk Down?
Oh man, if you wanna get just completely
stories.
Yeah. Like if you want to get completely irate, you know, and just be pissed off at the world, Benghazi.
Well, you could argue the same with Black Hawk Down too, though.
Black Hawk Down is just more like, hey, this is what it is. Mm-hmm. Like this is what combat looks like. Mm-hmm. But Benghazi, the way that they were just fucking left, like that shit.
Even at the end, and it still were the last ones to get picked up.
Yeah.
Tim McGraw or Jason Aldean?
Oh man, I gotta go with my boy Jason.
That's what's up.
I've been to Nashville, man. Jason Aldean's bar is my favorite. It's just the best vibe. I would say best vibe in Naples or best vibe in Nashville. I haven't been back there since Morgan Wallen's place opened, but plan sometime soon to get back up there actually with my girl this time.
Okay.
And see what life's like that.
I heard Larry's big in Nashville.
Yeah.
Hey, me and Drew supposed to went to Nashville.
We were supposed to go.
Larry's. Whose house were you at in Nashville? What's that country singer?
Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a country guy, so
gotcha.
I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way. Kid Rock or Ted Nugent?
Man, I would say Kid Rock, man. I've grown to love Kid Rock. Through this whole political thing.
You might end up getting a job in something with the Trump administration.
Hey, if they call me, I'm there. Anything I could do, man.
No, I'm saying Kid Rock.
Oh, yeah.
But you too. I mean,
I think Kid Rock, man, he should. I think he, the way I can't remember who it was, but they endorsed somebody, Taylor Swift and somebody else. They endorsed the fucking female scum that was running. Yeah, I don't even fucking say her name because she sucks that bad.
Worst candidate of all time, and I thought Biden was. I didn't think it was possible to have someone worse.
Dude, just how fucking stupid. Like
she wasn't.
Couldn't answer a question.
She wasn't elected. She was selected.
That's the
so
problem
the people
too.
The people didn't put her there. Don't forget when she ran the first time. She was last. She was last. She was
the most unpopular vice president of all time. And even what they say, like, man, I'm so glad that the votes came out the way that they did as a complete landslide blowout. But it's like, how are you the most unpopular VP of all time? You didn't do shit during your 4 years, and then now you're just up to be the commander in chief.
Well, we know why.
Oh yeah,
she was selected.
Yeah, because China.
Nah, I think other reasons too, but. Training Day or American Gangster?
I like Training Day, man.
Casino or Goodfellas?
Casino.
There it is.
I gotta go Casino. I think it's more. I think it's even more gangster than Goodfellas.
I agree. And
you gotta go home too. You gotta go home.
Glock or Smith & Wesson?
Oh man, I don't shoot Glocks. Smith & Wesson all day. That's what I got right here.
Okay. M4 or AK?
M4, man. American made. AKs for Taliban's. Little Haji motherfuckers.
Even D. Looks like we're gonna be flagged again, folks. Mission Barbecue or Mickle Bob's?
I would have to give a shout out to Mission Barbecue, man. I've been there maybe 8 times.
Yeah.
And they've never failed. If I'm saying just hometown heroes, Mickle Bob's.
Yeah, but
Mission Barbecue doesn't miss.
No.
They got it down.
Shout out to Joe McDonald.
I met Joe one time.
I got one for you.
Dana
White or Vince McMahon?
Oh, Dana White.
Yeah.
Over McMahon?
100%.
Man, I watched the McMahon show.
Okay, let's talk about Larry. I know you're Larry Love, but let's just try to flip a switch to Larry Violence. Like WWE. Come on.
Now, when you ask that question, what do you mean as an entrepreneur?
I guess that's what I was saying. Like
as an entrepreneur, I would go Vince McMahon
as a showman.
Okay,
now,
are we missing an entrepreneur placement right here? Dana White started Power Slap less than 2 years ago for $2 million. He's got a fucking guy, an oil guy out of Saudi that wants to buy it for like $770 million.
Yeah, but remember, Vince McMahon brought wrestling. I mean, wrestling was a local area. You had your South, your Midwest, and he brought it to a national stage and created these characters too. So,
well, what did Dana do with MMA?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying, but Vince McMahon came before and started the pay-per-view thing.
Oh yeah.
So
but no, I got to ride with Dana.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think Dana would never be as big as Vince McMahon. I don't think MMA would ever be as big as WWE or WWF.
Oh, it will be.
You really think so?
100%. I mean, there comes a point. There comes a point that you can only watch so much fake violence.
Yeah, but
know? And then there's like, I want to see people actually bleed. I want to see people actually get their arms broke. I want to see people actually get knocked the fuck out.
But like the characters like The Rock and Hulk Hogan, I mean, I don't know how much bigger than that you can get.
But let me tell you something, brother.
Well, you got guys like Sean O'Malley that people are falling in love with because this little skinny white dude got pink hair and everything he does is pink. You know, I mean, people fall in love with these characters.
Conor McGregor.
But see, that's what it's about. Your character. If you can make that character. See, and I never saw UFC like that. I saw it as just really gladiator sport. We just going it up. We finna Royal Rumble and fight and then call it a day. But like how he just said, like people starting to fall in love with those guys that starting their characters.
But Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Conor McGregor, he's an entertainer.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor is the reason that there's a reason that he's the highest paid still, and he ain't fought in forever. He's the highest paid athlete in the UFC is because, bro, everybody wants to see this dude. And then the way that he came onto the scene, calling out his first like 4 or 5 fights of what round he's going to finish it, how he's going to finish it.
People love that.
And then doing it. And then his shit talking.
Oh, he Muhammad Ali with it.
You know, but I was just with Michael Chandler at UFC 300 out in Vegas. He did a podcast with Gary. And, you know, and I love the way Michael Chandler, you know, lives his life. Husband, father. He's got 2 adopted black kids. Loves his family, loves his wife. And the way that he says it, man, Conor, if you can ever get your house in order, I want to beat you up. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, man, like it's crazy to see like Conor, you know, I don't know if you guys watched that documentary on him, mm-hmm. How him and Dee were evicted from the apartment, the studio apartment in Ireland. He's like basically living at the gym from where he came from to no money, no nothing, eating ham, cheese sandwiches, to who Conor McGregor is today. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing as John Jones. People have so much shit to say about John Jones. John Jones signed a $230 million contract, Nike contract, at like 22 years old, 19 years old, something at a real like adolescent age. What are you going to do with a kid when you give him $230 million?
Damn, I ain't even know none of this.
Yeah, so it's like
I'm baffled by all this.
Hold on, Drew. You said John Jones signed a $230 million Nike contract when he was 19?
Yeah, something like that. It was an astronomical amount of money.
I got to fact check that.
It was crazy amount of money, but it's like
it don't even matter.
No,
just having that type of money.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah,
you're young. You give, you know, and you know, Johnny's got Arthur Jones. He's got Chandler Jones. They were both in the NFL.
Chandler Jones.
Yeah, that family is never gonna hurt for money again. But it's like, you know, talk about giving this individual $100 million. It was crazy amount of money.
Hartford, Connecticut, baby, Jones family.
So it's crazy.
All right, 2 tough ones to close this out.
All right.
Larry's got to fly out to Colorado.
Safe flight.
Thanks.
He's going to go wrestle with the Bears out there. Tyson or Ali?
I got to go Ali. You know.
I think we go Tyson, right?
No, I'm going Ali.
Ali smooth,
he
man.
fought. He fought the power punchers. He fought Frazier.
Like
he
Tyson,
fought
no,
George Foreman.
There's not like Tyson.
Hey, I tell you, I'm a heavyweight, and I got 11 pro fights, I think is what it is. And I tell you, most I've ever been beat up was by a guy 155 pounds named Bryce Lawrence.
How many fights did you have as a UFC guy?
As a pro, and I wasn't in the UFC, as a pro
MMA, I should say.
I think I got 11.
11? What was your record?
I think it was 6-5.
Man, there's 5 people that...
Yeah, and it was all decision -1. Okay. I got caught in a choke my second pro fight, and I didn't tap. Shout out to Hart. I didn't tap. I went to sleep. And, but every other one was a decision, man. And I fought some good guys. I fought guys that made it to the UFC. And, you know, it was my getting ready for my last fight. I shot in, and because I hurt my back when I was in the military, my spine separated. I lost feeling in my legs. So I had to go through a anterior lumbar interbody fusion.
That just sounds painful.
Yeah, it
sucked.
sucked.
That is.
And it was a long. It's basically they put a spacer between your vertebrae to like cement them together, and it gives you the proper spacing for your nerves and everything. Physicians Regional, Dr. Mark Gerber, he's the one that did it. Saved my life, resurrected my life, and you know I was shitting my pants like uncontrollably, like I had no control over it.
Really?
It got to that point, so that's when they kind of like rushed me to the table.
Okay, last one. Got to pick one or the other. I know you will. You don't back out of anything. Zoran or Larry Love?
Got to pick one. I can't back out.
Yep.
Weapons or no weapons?
No weapons.
No weapons? I mean, Larry's got the size. Larry's got the athletic ability. Zoran's got the training.
Remember, it's on camera.
It's on camera, and I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to think about how it way out.
Yeah,
I've never seen Larry be violent, and Larry likes to love. He said that out front. So, I mean, I'm sure. You know, Larry's like a teddy bear, but don't forget he's a fucking bear.
Oh,
you know, so
Larry can get active. I've seen Larry.
Yeah, I mean, I probably gotta say just with size, athletic ability, and ability to be violent, because I know Larry's past. As far as like an athlete and being on the field, I probably got to give it to Larry.
Okay.
And Zo's old, man. So he's got to hand the reins over to the young buck like me.
I think Zo might be younger than Larry, but that
I'm just
Larry's
since
age
Zoran
back.
served. It's just something like I never been in the military, but I just always heard about. Man, they really teach you all how to fight in the military. You know, what I'm saying?
That could be like a myth. You got to be willing to go learn how to fight. Like, there's a lot of Marines. Like, yeah, I mean, we do body hardening in boot camp, but that's a mental thing where you slam your bones together, you know, with each other. Boom, boom, boom. But you know, we do all that shit. But it's like you gotta want to go to the Marine Corps martial arts program. You gotta want to level up.
So I guess that's what people be talking about.
Yeah, so
like you don't never want to fight a Marine.
You gotta want to go to the Mace, which is in Quantico, Virginia, where you become like a black belt instructor, where you get red tabs on your belt. You know, and there's a joke behind it. Like, if you get a tab on your belt, you could get up to like 6 tabs, and each tab.
Yo, we're just talking about you, man. You got my shit tapped.
What's that?
We're talking about you on the air.
You're on fucking air right now?
Oh yeah, I'm on air.
Sitting here with Drew Stewart.
I just literally asked. You know, I did rapid fire. I said, Larry Love or Zoran.
Oh, you didn't put him in that position, did you?
I sure did.
You're a fucking asshole.
That's what I'm told. And Drew said,
I said, you know, Zoe's getting old. I said, weapons or no weapons. And then I just said, you know, I got to give it to Larry.
Of course you fucking did.
He's a huge man.
Oh, Larry must be in the room, so that's why you
I mean,
he just told you you're on the phone. He told you you chose Larry.
get those fucking tattoos off your hands. You don't deserve them anymore, Drew. What the fuck?
All right, so I'll let you later. I got to get off air.
2 seconds.
What's up?
Shower doors. You used to work for him, right?
Hold on, I'm on air, bro. Hold on.
hold on, bro. But yeah, that's where I
I
stand.
don't know what questions coming with them sometimes. And we'll close it out. Governor DeSantis or Congressman Donalds?
Oh, Congressman Donalds, man, that guy's our future. I love that guy.
Might make a good governor too.
Where's his fucking shirt from? Let me hold one of them.
I got you.
Let me hold one of them.
I'll rock that guy, man. I love that guy.
I got you. I'll get you one. Actually, when Byron saw it, he goes, "Where'd you get that from?" Like, I had it made. Don't worry, you didn't trademark anything yet, but I got you.
No, I think I said it the other night, man. I love DeSantis. I love what he's done. But America's future is right in Byron Donalds' hand. The guy's smart. He's articulate. I love him. I love his wife. I've done security for both of them. And when I say fucking 2 people that care about it, the key to it, like, you can care about America, but do you truly love America? And those 2 truly love America. And then my second little caveat to that is they love our children.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing with me, because I don't care about me and I don't care about you. I don't care about you. I care about our kids.
It's funny you say that, because someone was trying to tell me, you know, is this election really going to affect your life much? I go, it will, but I'm not concerned about my life. It's going to affect my daughter's life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we old now.
Yeah. Like, hey, I'm ready to go whenever.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I worry about our kids. I worry about, you know, our loved ones, you know, our young generation.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part about it, is like, man, and it's like, when I met Erica, you know, she was here fighting for our schools, fighting for our kids, fighting for our education.
15 years.
Yeah. And I tell you, Erica's a fucking angel. She's so kind.
She's solid.
And then fucking Congressman or Governor Byron Donalds.
I've been calling Governor Donalds by accident.
But it's like, you know, this guy, dude, he's got to be the fucking smoothest dude that walks in the White House. Anytime I've talked to him, bro, I'm like, damn, LL Cool J, relax.
He's cool as the other
He's
side of the
so
pillow.
cool, man. He just daps you up. He's like, what's up? He doesn't. You know,
What's up?
what's
Yeah.
up? He's just chilling.
Nah, man, you don't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, I think that's the kind of future that we need to look forward to is like, hey, another guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you do see him, he's so cool, he's so calm, he's so collected, but you do see the fire in him.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
And that's what I love.
Yeah.
Like, hey, don't be so pussy.
He's a silent assassin.
Yeah, don't be so pussy that you get pushed over.
Mm-hmm.
Show your stance, and I think he does that blend so perfectly.
Absolutely. Shout out to Congressman Donald's
Always.
family.
Yeah, Donald's family. What's up?
I need a favor. Can I call you?
Yeah, of course.
Some problem with anybody?
Oh, dude, I'm down.
All right.
I'm down.
Boom. Good having you, my brother.
Hey, I appreciate
you, man.
Appreciate it.
It's been real. It's been fun.
Thank you
See
for
you
your
on another
service.
one.
Oh, God bless
We
you, man.
gotta
It was an
run.
honor
You're a
to
good
serve you
man.
guys. I love it.
Thank you, brother.